My brand started in marriage. When I got married, when I was no longer Promise Makunyane and I'm Promise Makunyane, that's where people know me. They know
Sure.
Promise Makunyane, they don't know Promise
I didn't
Makunyane.
even know the same
You
name.
see?
I know you
Yeah.
as that.
And that's why I always speak about my husband this, my husband that, because I'm here because he married me.
Yeah.
Do you understand? The brand is there because of him. And
Even the content says it.
do you understand? So people are like, yeah, no, you like putting men on a pedestal. I'm like, but I am because I'm married. You know me because I'm married. And who married me? This man. You know? So I'm just giving him his flowers now and then, you know. Yeah.
Hello, Africa. Welcome to Creating a Better Africa episode. I missed you so much, but now we are back, better and stronger. Well, joining me today is our digital creator, businesswoman, podcaster, Promise Makunyane. Thank you for having us and joining us.
Thank you so much for the invite. I feel very honored to be here.
I'm really much honored further, because you're working with bigger brands. So you agreeing to be here, it's literally a privilege for me.
Yeah. Thank you for inviting me. And not just me working with bigger brands. I think I'm a bigger brand myself.
Yes,
You know? So, yeah. But I love being here. I want to be here. And thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. Please, guys, be willing to have me deep diving into a phenomenal conversation with this lady right here. She's got a beautiful things that she's doing that are very big, and you'll hear it from the horse's mouth because who am I? Well, she's here. So, could you please share your upbringing with us?
My upbringing. So I grew up in Limpopo. Ke Mopedi go tswa Limpopo.
Mokhaya wa
Are you from Limpopo? Yes, you're from Limpopo. Where?
Mafefe.
Mafefe. Is it where Skomota is from?
Yes.
I know Mafefe from Skomota.
Yes.
But I'm from Tafelkop. It's a village called Tafelkop, Ragoshira Mobudu. And I was born in 93, coming from a family of 7 siblings. I'm the fourth one, I'm the middle child. And I went to school in our town, which is Herbesdal. I come from a middle class family. And I matriculated there. I went to University of South Africa. I stayed in Pretoria. I'm a University of South Africa graduate. I studied public relations management. I studied public relations management. I also studied labor relations, actually. And I grew up with my mom, my dad, and my siblings. We are 5 girls and 2 boys. And I started working in PR, but I just worked for like a couple of months.
Okay.
I was an executive administrator to a to a media consultant.
Okay.
This
I see.
big media consultant. That was like my first proper job, actually. And then from there I moved into influencer marketing, which is where I am currently. And I'm a businesswoman, I am a mom, I'm a wife, and yeah.
Doing great, doing well, doing
I'm
phenomenal,
trying.
doing fantastic.
I'm trying.
You're so vocal about being on the third floor, but here's what caught me. I just want to know how you did it in your 20s. How was your experience? And what advice would you give us those are in their 20s?
The third floor is it's about self-awareness. Like I became a total different person, or I stepped into this part of my life that I didn't know existed, right?
Sure.
And it's good being here. I love growing. But going back, like looking back into my 20s, I feel I was very relaxed. I was very relaxed. I was just okay with my job. I was just okay with having little, and I look at people like my little sisters and people that are following me that are younger, are in their 20s, and I'm like, girl, work.
Very hard.
Work.
Sure.
Like, use this chance to work. Whether you are married or whatever, like, work, whatever that you want. If you want children, you want to get married, just make sure before all those things, work.
Sure.
Yeah. So looking back, and if I would advise somebody in their 20s, I would say, really just work, even starting from you being in high school. Like now, I'm raising my children to a point where from when they can start maybe in their teens, like I'll have them do something.
Sure,
Do you understand? Which is
sure,
something that I didn't have. It's like go to school, after going to school, find a job and then work. There's no like extra or side hustle and those. But if for you guys, like really just work.
Work.
You've got no business with any other thing but to make money. Because the time comes, I'm in my 30s. I've got so much responsibilities. I've got children, I've got a husband, and here I am grinding. And I need to divide my time. I need to divide myself into all these things that are so important to me. My children are important to me. My husband is important to me.
True.
Family, friends, I don't have time. So before you reach this stage, just make sure that you have set yourself.
Guys, you had that. You had that. So, what are you looking forward to within the decade of this that flow, like your 30s?
I'm looking forward to working some more. I really wish I worked in my 20s because right now I'm laying the foundation in my 30s and already I've got so much responsibilities. It's hard.
Sure.
So I'm looking forward to working and laying the foundation to be so stable that maybe the last 5 years of the decade I'll just be relaxing and my business is being oiled, my brand being oiled and just running by themselves. So now I'm running the show every single day. It's me, like I was telling you that when you're like, oh, I'm speaking to you, I'm like, this is not my number actually. This is my business number. I don't have a PA anymore. I'm there chatting with people.
And to be honest, I was actually shocked when you remember I called concerning the branded chocolate.
Yes.
I was shocked that it was you because I could recognize the voice.
The voice.
This is the madam.
You see, this is where my life is at because I did not work when I was still younger,
Sure.
So now I've got so much responsibility. Now I'm laying the foundation. I'm oiling the car so that it can start running on itself. And it's difficult. It's difficult. So I'm looking forward to really my businesses and my brain just running on themselves.
Sure. I want to talk about Mel's Iran concierge.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the impact that it's creating? I saw you hosted Unlimited Fest for Impumilitwaba. I saw you did with F&B. You've worked with Escom, like quite a lot of major brands, as you are a major brand.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the impact that it's creating.
So Mel's Errands and Concierge is my baby. Mel is actually my daughter's name. My firstborn.
Okay.
Her name is Mel, but her first name is Rerodishe. So Rerodishe Mel Makunyane. So the business started in the heart of COVID, and I stayed in a suburb where they were like old, rich, very rich white people, right?
Okay.
And we're just in the middle of them, staying there. Like the next door neighbor he passed on, may his soul rest in peace. He's the owner of this store that I can't mention.
Sure.
I was so shocked when I was connecting my internet and then it said the name. I'm like, this is the name of a store. Okay, fine. But when we introduced ourselves, it was like, yeah, I'm the founder of this. I'm like, what? We grew up, these stores are across all,
Sure.
So they are rich, they're rich. And then during COVID, their kids, they're rich and then their kids are all over the world. White people, their kids are like abroad. So they are them. So in the heart of COVID, they were the most vulnerable. The old people were vulnerable. They couldn't go out and do this. So it's like, okay, let me run errands for these people in my community. Yes, and I introduced myself, and then I told them in the group that I run errands. I can go do groceries for you, drop off mails for you, drop off your washing and all those things, and do a bit of your admin.
Yeah.
And then that's how I started my business. I was running errands for them during the heart of COVID. From there, my daughter was going to crash, and then it was her first birthday. Her first birthday, I remember it was falling on a Sunday. And then on the Friday, I did not know that I had to bring party packs at school, And then it's a Thursday afternoon, and then the teacher's like, hi, don't forget the party packs. I'm like, party packs? Okay, I'm just a first-time mom. I don't know anything. I ran to the store. All those, gosh, I really, really, when I look back, I feel like, oh my gosh. So I went to the store.
How did you do that? How did you manage?
I went to the store and I got this. You see those buckets, that party pack, the lousiest. I got them. I was like, I don't have a choice at this point. I got them. From there, that's when the party pack and the branded bars okay, not the branded bars, the party packs came, like the personalized party packs came into play. Where I was like, how many other moms are being stuck in this predicament where they forgot their birthday, the child's birthday? We get so busy, we get so caught up. So let
True.
me now get this part of the business that I'm going to do personalized party packs for kids. And then moms were like, you saved
Finally,
us.
yeah,
Somebody's doing it, you
yeah.
know. I did that. And then branded bars came last year, actually September. And it is the biggest part of my business
I was
now.
about to say, but like it's growing so much and
Yes.
wide.
Yes. It
Ooh.
just really caught fire. And then I
Yeah.
started, I remember, where did I see them? I saw them, I think, online, because even the personalized things, nobody really was doing them. It was one lady that I contacted and she was like, no, what. And then now we actually work together, you know. When I've got too much orders, I order from her. But she didn't want to teach me, and I did my research. I found out it's done abroad, you know, and then I found out, I tried to connect with people that are abroad that are doing it, and that's how now I started doing the party packs, and then now going into the branded bars. The branded bars, I also saw them online, and then I just started doing my research, asking, doing this, trialing, and then I started doing for my friends' businesses first, and I advertised them, and then they caught fire from there. Got fire,
did.
and then now I've got like brands, and then my biggest brand now is FNB, and it's like will be my retainer. I've made in the space of a month,
Wow.
I've made 1,000 for them. I'm making 1,000 for them, so it's like it's going to be an everyday because they
Sure.
do a lot of activations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
actually, it's the guy that I was talking to. I was like, settle the invoice so that I can do them over the weekend. You know,
okay. Oh, the person that you just
that I
said,
was speaking to. Yeah, so I'm very grateful, and yeah.
that's it.
And
Wow.
then unlimited first. So part of I have a 9 to 5. I work for a global company. I'm a campaign coordinator
Okay.
in the influencer marketing space. So Bumi, I know her from there. So we're working together on some stuff. And then when it came about, then I was like, there is another side of me, girl. Let's do this. And she was like, sure.
And chocolate is sweet. Like it's
Yeah.
token of love, token of appreciation. It's
Yes.
sweet.
It's like a treat and it's small. It's not like a
Yes.
big slab. It's
Yeah.
like this. Either you're going to put it on your table, either you're going to put it in a goodie bag, either you're going to put it when somebody buys in your store, they just take it out of a big jar and then they
Right.
go in your office. In your podcast, you can put for your guests.
I can give my guests.
Yeah, I should
This
have
is
made
why I
just.
wanted to order.
Oh, sorry, I should have made for
Definitely,
you.
my order is coming. My
yeah,
order is coming.
for your guest, you know.
Yeah.
And it's branding. It works also as part of marketing. So your
True.
marketing budget is going into the chocolate bars because at the back of the bar we put your social and your contact details. So it's a treat, it's a marketing tool for you, and it's cute.
2-in-1, 3-in-1, whatever that could be. Yeah.
Yes.
So I wanted to ask the best project you've worked with, but if you said if it'd be.
It is FNB, and I would say, obviously, I want let me not just say it's FNB because obviously FNB is a big brand, right?
Sure.
But then I love working with women businesses, even if you're small, you know. I loved working with B Mashilo Designs. I love working with I loved working with Manyaku KM. I think she's also a designer.
For dress, yeah, I know her.
I've made she's launched her store in Rosebank. And I've worked with Mbumi. I've worked with even this hair by Lashes by. I love, like, I'm like, yo, ladies are busy.
It's a beautiful thing to witness.
Yeah.
honestly.
So before the big brands, I just love seeing women, that women are prospering. Women actually have businesses because most people that came to me, they're women. I'm like, oh wow, girls, keep it up. Girls, we're busy, we're trying.
Taking up spaces like
Yeah.
it's one thing that Zuzibini once said, and I think every woman has carried
Yes.
with her.
And you are structured like like a
Hi,
zozi. Zozi.
I'll take that as a compliment because you know how she looks and stuff. Thank you so much. For those who just tuned in, I'm still deep diving with the phenomenal woman. We're having a conversation about her business. She's a podcaster, businesswoman, digital creator, Promise Makunyane.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about your content.
Yeah. My husband this, my husband that.
Yes, that. So, but I want to know what inspired you into the media, like media industry.
I've always wanted to be in the media space. As far as I remember myself, I have always, not by chance. I'm not amazed. I said on this other time when I was doing a caption that I remember when I was a child, I would be interviewing myself. Like I'll look at myself in the mirror and be talking to myself like I'm
Sure.
being interviewed. The other day I am the interviewer and stuff like that. So I always knew, right?
Wow.
But then coming from a black family, it's either you have to just choose a career that is like stable, you know, because
Yes.
I wanted to be an actress, you know. I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to at some point I wanted to be a journalist and then I just end up doing public relations management, but it's still in the media. It's still public affairs, you know.
Yes.
So I've always known that I was going to be in the media space. I've always known. Little did I know that all these years, I said also on one caption that all these years, I just thought that dream was just shattered. It was just like a dream, get over it. And little did I know that it was when I got married that my brand will start. So my brand started in marriage. When I got married, when I was no longer Promise Makunyane and I'm Promise Makunyane, that's where people know me. They know
Sure.
Promise Makunyane, they don't know
Yes.
Promise
I didn't
Makunyane.
even know the same
You
name.
see?
I know you.
Yeah.
That.
And that's why I always speak about my husband this, my husband that, because I'm here because he married me.
Yeah.
Do you understand? The brand is there because of him. And
Even the content says it.
do you understand? So people are like, yeah, no, you like putting men on a pedestal. I'm like, but I am because I'm married. You know me because I'm married. And who married me? This man. You know? So I'm just giving him his flowers now and then, you know. Yeah.
He deserves them after all.
He does. Makone.
Wow.
He does.
So like okay, it's obviously that it's obvious case that you're in marriage,
Yeah.
like your niche. But I want to know, how did you find a niche out of marriage? I mean, you could have took something else to showcase. But I want to know how did you find the niche out of marriage?
I don't know, maybe because of my passions. I'm passionate about black families. I'm passionate about marriage.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I think we're going to subdue a lot of things. We're going to break a lot of black curses through marriages, through the next generations.
Sure.
And then we cannot continue having kids alone and men leaving us or men giving us kids and thinking that we're going to create lineage and generational wealth and then we're going to break. We won't do that. And we keep saying that, no, we won't do that. It's through us getting married, through us having children, raising them, and having healthy marriages, having healthy children, working, passing on like that. That is how black generation, we're going to subdue a lot of things, right? So a lot of people, they don't like hearing that. It's like, no, we can do it. No, especially if you're going to have kids, then don't have kids. Just continue doing it alone. But once you bring kids in the mix, can we bring it home and balance it well so that we can grow a better generation as black people?
I get that. And what inspires this content? Obviously, you love black families.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you can unpack further on what inspires your content.
It's really that. Maybe I must just unpack on that, but it's really that. And what inspires that further is my daily life. I'm living my content. Right? I'm living my content. I've got children that I'm raising every single day. I've got a husband that I stay with every single day. We fight every single day. We fix every single day. And all those. So those things inspires me. And my content also makes me want to be a better wife, makes me want to be a better a mother, makes me want to be just a better human being, you know, work. Also, my marriage inspires me to work. People think that when you are getting married, you need to relax. Like I said, whatever that you want, if you want to get married, if you want to have children, work.
Yeah, everything you work. Yeah, you work for it.
Like work. Also, not just like doing the work in marriage. Like marriage is a lot of work. Having kids is a lot of work. What I'm saying is that have money. Like when you want marriage, when you want children, make money as well. Like concurrently make money, because I feel like a lot of wives and women are losing themselves in marriage because, and it's not because they're not bringing anything, but because they don't have a purpose. They don't have that thing that drives them. We're not saying bring money, compete with your husband. No, just have something that drives. If you're creating content, create content. Be passionate about something and not just be passionate about this man, these kids, because they'll drive you crazy. They drive us crazy. But I know my purpose that is higher than every other thing, even though it's interlinked and the root is my marriage. But I've got a purpose that drives me every day. And this purpose also needs me to keep this family together, So, yeah.
That was a beautiful sisterly advice coming from a good heart, guys.
Like work. When you are in your 20s, when you are in your teens, work. Dira tjhelete. And we're not saying, I'm not a woman that was like I always say that I want to be a boss babe, but I don't want to be a boss babe that does not have a husband or does not have children. I don't want that for myself.
You want it all.
I
the love life, the career, the
all.
money, all of it.
Yes. I went to an event over the weekend. Siba Mtomba was saying, Mtonga, she's a chef, Siba. And she was saying that women, we do have capacity and we can have it all. And now society is driving this mbogoto, boss babe, what, we can do it. Hey, I need a husband next to me. I need my children next to me. And I need
someone to baby me after work.
Yes,
Ooh,
like it gets so hectic.
Yeah.
Yes, I need to go home. I need to now I'm thinking, I'm going to finish here. After your interview is my own podcast interview. And then I have to get home. What am I going to cook for them? I'm going to make pies for them because I won't have time to cook a proper meal. I want that life for myself. Right. I'm going to just drink wine and sleep. Not for me, guys. Please miss me.
Each man for himself.
I want to go home to my husband and my children.
So from your personal experience and personal life, what is happy marriage?
Happy marriage, for me, I won't say there is. For me, marriage is worth it.
Sure.
The journey is worth it. And in it, there is happiness, there is sadness, there is fighting, there is all those things. So for me, it's just a package of worth it. Sure. I fight with my husband. I become sad. I become betrayed. I become this. I become that. But when I look at everything else, it's worth it. And I'm happy more than I am sad, more than we are fighting. Sure. But it's work. Like marriage is work. And I think we have accustomed ourselves to think that, no, if he does this, he doesn't love me and it's over. But then you will leave. Like you will just leave.
Oh, is it a deal breaker?
Yeah, if he does this, those things will happen and you will leave. Those things will happen because it's a lifetime with this person. Yeah. If he doesn't do it in the first 10 years, he can do it in the next 20 years, in the next 30 years and all those things. And us saying those things, it's not to enable people to do certain things. People will do what they want to do. Whether you say you have a deal breaker or don't, you cannot control your husband. He will do exactly what he wants to do, But
and I think it goes both ways because there are men that are literally sobbing hard.
There are men that are sobbing hard and women, we don't want to see that. And because we think, he just says I'm disrespecting him. It's nothing. He cheated on me. It's something. No. To him, that is equals to you. You'd rather cheat on him than you to disrespect him, But we scale it and we're not West, he's done, I'm leaving. People are being left for disrespecting their husbands. Like, I'm out. I'd rather stay with the woman that cheats on me than who's not going to respect me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow. So is there a manual for maintaining marriages?
There is no manual. My dad told me very well when I got married 6 years ago that look at your husband, look at the type of person he is. If you're a husband, look at your wife, the type of wife. Okay, let me just say my conversation with my dad. Look at your husband, the type of husband that he is, the type of person that he is.
Sure.
Because I come from my mom and my dad that has been married for 39 years now. And my dad is like, my template can't work for you because me and your husband are not the same people. Yeah. My dad is an academic. My husband is a businessman. My husband can have a meeting at 12 a.m. Speaking to people in Ireland, and my dad is always home by 2 p.m. after school.
Sure.
Do you understand?
Sure.
My dad by 2 p.m., he's a retired principal, and every single day, we never going to bed without my dad. Actually, the sun does not set. My dad is not home.
Sure.
For as long as I stayed home, which is for 25 years of my life, before I went to university, for 18 years of my life. My dad has always been home. I've never slept. I've never woken up. But my kids can wake up with my husband not being there. Because my husband is a businessman. My husband is a hustler, And so my dad was like, no, that there's no template. There's no a set template. The set template is you looking at your person and working according to how they are. My husband, like I said, 12 a.m. he can be awake. Whether maybe in the kids maybe wake up, maybe he'll say the kids sometimes they wake up in the middle of the night and start throwing tantrums, and then maybe he'll go and say, okay, let me go and have the meeting at a hotel or at a somewhere else, not in the house. But and when the kids wake up, dad is not there and stuff like that. There are a lot of dynamics that happens in my marriage that I've never seen in my dad and my mom's marriage. And for me, I fell a trap. First few years of my marriage, I fell the trap of saying, no, my dad never 1, 2, 3. My mom never 1, 2, 3.
That's time we're different human beings.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my dad told me very well, I was like, my dear, nah, I go to school, I come back. I leave at 7, I come back at 3 p.m. Latest 5, I'm home. And then your husband, maybe the whole day he's home, 6 he's out, 6 p.m. he's out. He will spend a month in Dubai, what. My dad does not do all those things. I've never slept woken up. My dad has never done a sleepover anywhere else, you know. So it was just like, so it was very tricky. It took me a long time to get out of my parents' marriage and to say, yo, hi guys, I'm alone here. Let me face my giant and see how I'm going to win.
And if you're being honest, recently there's a lot of divorce rates. Like it's really bad. It's really, really bad. So I just want to know if there's anything that can remedy unhealthy relationships, unhealthy marriages.
It's us, the people who are in those, that can remedy the thing.
Sure.
Sometimes men has got like a hard men, and they are hard to. As women, we can bend. You know, I can say this is 1, 2, 3, but when something happens, I can bend a bit just to accommodate you. But men sometimes they find it difficult to accommodate. It's like, yeah, this, mona sure, mona. But no, like bend a little bit. This is me speaking for my ladies. That sometimes men are hard-headed. Sometimes men don't want to change. Sometimes men don't want to just be better, you know. And in the same breath, sometimes women, we listen to our friends, we listen to our aunts, we listen to our moms. Some moms are not even married, some aunts are not even married, friends are not even married, but we listen to them. Yeah, no, you must know your worth. What? Who married you? Who married you? Because so know your worth. It's a thing, hey? It's a thing. So we must just look at ourselves. We must just self-reflect. We must just do a lot of therapy. Very, very important in marriage. Yeah, it's very, very important in marriage, because a lot of problems in marriage, they come from our backgrounds, like childhood traumas, inner work, and all those things. So going to therapy will really help you to understand, why am I reacting this way? Why am I cheating? You know, why am I needy? Why do I think my husband is? All those things will be addressed in therapy.
Yeah, those uncomfortable conversations, because they really embed something inside.
Yes.
If I know that it's something that triggers you to perpetuate something or whatsoever.
Yes. And I'm glad that you said uncomfortable conversations. If there's one thing that my husband and I have, is uncomfortable conversations, which is hard to have in marriage. I've got a friend that is always amazed that, oh, you spoke about it with your husband this, your husband said this. I'm like, I would rather just know the truth. I would rather really know what my husband is really thinking, that him lying to me and then just doing it again, or, you know, me not having the real thing. So me and my husband, we have uncomfortable conversations. We do have uncomfortable conversations. It's very important. And there you can decide if I'm in this bus or not. Not being in this bus with like just fluff, lies. You cannot keep up a lie.
Never.
You cannot. Can do the first 5 years. Go in there, you see a person changing and you're like,
and some things, I feel like if you don't address them now, just know it's going down. Yeah.
Like even the conversation of cheating, it's taboo in marriages. We don't speak about that. And I'm like, I'm going to speak about it. You'll have to explain to me so that I understand, you know, so that when I forgive you, I know that, okay, I've forgiven you. You've told me some, like, the truth about it all. And if you do it again, then I'll have the choice to leave you or to stay with you.
Sure. Yeah. We're just here trying to mitigate unhealthy relationships, guys. And I hope you take this from a good heart. We're just here advising. She's actually advising. I should call her a marriage counselor. I don't know if it's Ellie or what. But time will tell.
Yeah. Man, I don't think I'll go that route. Hey, I think my podcast itself is just like a sort of therapy for people.
Sure.
Guys, I can't
And
do
I
more than
think it
that.
applies both gender. Like it covers.
Yes.
Because almost everything that happens, we both can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. 100%.
Yeah. So talking about me mocking you a little bit or teasing you about the marriage counselor, is there any event coming that you plan to host, especially for your business or for the my husband this, my husband that?
You know, if there's one thing, I have a lot of those questions about when are you hosting a women's seminar? When are you? I really don't think I've been called into events. Hey, I don't currently. And one thing, if people should understand, is that you might feel a certain way now, or be convicted about something now, and then in the next year.
You know what you're saying, sorry to interject
Yeah.
you. I remember with Sitembeke when you mentioned something, you feel like, okay, maybe like you see how he's doing well, like he's
Yes.
leading, and people can say, maybe you should be a president and stuff, and he doesn't feel that way yet.
Yes.
So I
Yeah,
get you. I get you.
I don't feel like in me, there's no an inch of an event organizer. Me bringing women together as I'm standing. I don't know in the next year. Like, I don't know. Like, I have countless of those. Please host. I'm like, guys, it's not a part of my calling where I stand. I think I can speak at people's events. I've turned out events because I was feeling that I can't speak at anybody's event. I can't host, I can't speak.
Yeah.
But then now I feel I can speak at people's events. But me hosting, currently, no. Maybe in the next year. Maybe tomorrow I might feel a different way. But no.
But you should envision it. Like visualize yourself hosting women together.
Maybe.
Time will tell.
Time will tell. And also, if you are just doing everything because you can, it's going to be a problem, you know. If you are just doing everything because you can. If you see a lot of the things that I do, they are inspired, or there was a problem to add me, my problem, and just like now the skin care that I've started, the everything that I do, it's linked back to me.
Sure.
Do you understand? So even,
and that's where you win.
That's where you win, because you do things effortlessly and. But events now, no. Maybe next year. But don't be surprised if, like I'm saying, maybe in the next year. But all my life, I really don't think I've been called for events. No.
Hope you're still tuned in, having a phenomenal conversations with our Promise Makunyane. So what is your go-to scripture code? Life can be very much terrible.
Yeah. There is this scripture that it's Jeremiah. Why didn't I practice it? Because I've Saliki Balakal. It's Jeremiah 3:33 or Jeremiah 33:3.
I think it's 3:33. I'll show you mysteries.
Yes. That you do not know of. I love that scripture because I really believe that God leads me, you know, and everything that I am, just like now I promised myself that I won't speak about this until I'm ready, because now I'm starting to be teary. No, I was about to say, I'm pointing there because I've brought it for the lady that mends the studio. My skincare. So I've started releasing. The first thing that I released was a body wrap that is going to help with like painful joints, arthritis, and I've got to realize that it also helps with stretch marks. But the main point, it was arthritis and painful joints, which came through a dream. So that's why I'm saying I'm not going to talk about it now, like I'm not. I'll speak about it in the process of time, because it's not time yet. So I believe in the scripture that call to me and I will answer you and tell you, great.
One thing about God, He will give you a weight.
He will give you
That
a
I know.
weight. Like unsearchable things that you don't know of. Yeah.
Sure.
Is it Jeremiah 3:33?
It's 3:33.
I just know they're only 3
Someone is gonna check, and if I'm wrong, so
please
but guys,
correct us. I love that scripture because it's true. God speaks. God will tell you about stuff. Like He told me about this thing. I searched for 2 years. It was only this year where I got to an It's a whole thing. That's why I'm like, when the time is right, I'll speak about.
Yeah. Don't cry. Oh wow, this conversation is flowing so well, and I'm enjoying every bit of it. And
You're such a great interviewer.
Oh, thank you. Shine, Linus, shine.
No, you must shine. And I'm so
you.
proud of you. I'm very proud of you. I'm proud of you traveling all the way to come here. You taking your craft
Jobby
very
job,
seriously.
yeah.
A jobby job. You are putting in the work. You see, now you can travel. Do you have children?
No.
Do you have a husband?
No.
Do you see?
Not
you can
yet.
do
Not
not
yet.
yet. Yes, you can do all those things because how you know. So now I want to go to, like now I'm speaking to my supply in Nigeria. It's like I can go to Nigeria, but my children,
Ooh,
you know, you have to plan ahead.
I get you.
You can
You know,
get
I
on a
get
flight
you.
and leave.
Yeah.
So
True.
guys, work when you still have the flexibility to do so. Work. There's this thing of being small, like being a smaller
when
brand,
you start, and it's okay.
being a smaller podcast. And for me, I told myself that I'll give the smaller people a chance.
Right.
You know, I'll give people a chance.
Guys, we're gonna grow in a very major way.
Yeah.
Amen.
100%. And
yeah. Otherwise, thank you so much for diving with me.
This
conversation was beautiful.
Yeah, felt good being on the other side. Even now, I'm gonna be on the other side now with my own podcast. I'm like, But thank you so much for hosting me, and I'm very proud of you. And I came here because you are a smaller person, but you are so driven, and I saw how you're just all over. You're like, oh, apologies, panicking. I'm like, oh, girl, relax. We've been there. There are people that I'm looking up to that are also panic when I speak to them. Blah, blah, blah. I know that, you know, that's why I'm like, you cannot be mean or not afford somebody something because you are also still that kind of a person to other people.
True.
And you want them to give you grace. So thank you for having me.
Otherwise, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this interview. You really engraved some things to your heart. You engraved some words to your heart. The conversation, for me personally, I feel like it was solid and phenomenal, and I hope you can engrave something. See you on the next episode. I love you so much. Blow them kisses.
Bye.